What kind of technology do you think already exists, but the government is keeping a secret? A lot. At this point in time, drone tech is probably far more advanced than we realize. Even stealthier planes. Fun fact, during the late 1950s through the late 1960s, more than 50 of UFO sightings in the USA directly correlated to top-secret U-2 and A-12 SR-71 training flights. People who reported them to the Air Force through Project Blue Book were given explanations that it was Venus or whatever. Blue Book personnel would pass the sightings onto the CEA who were running those programs, and the CEA would try to match them up to the top-secret flight logs of their surveillance aircraft. More often than not, they got a hit. They didn't inform the Air Force about it, though, because the Air Force didn't have a need to know. So even USAF pilots who saw something were given a cock and bull story. My buddy told me that they have secretly invented crackers that don't go stale and hoarding them from the public because they are evil. They can file your taxes for you, but they are legally forbidden from doing it. I'm sure there's plenty, but it's more boring than you might think. When I was a young man, I was in military intelligence, and there was some pretty nifty capability back then that was top secret, but is now far surpassed by what hobbyists can do. The right tablets that make you healthy immediately. Which government? Social media backdoors. Everyone knows about the Bletchley Park efforts to break Enigma during WW Roman II. Less known is the fact that the US government kept recommending countries use Enigma-similar encryption for the next 20 years after the war. In 1992, the NSA charged the creator of PGP with export of a controlled munition when he released the code on the internet. In 1998, the Clinton administration announced they were removing all export restrictions on RSA, the key system used in PGP. Either 1. The cat was out of the bag, and there was no point in stopping corporations in the US from using this technology with branch offices outside the country, or 2. The NSA has found a relatively fast method of breaking RSA key pairs. Tinfoil hats are for sale in the lobby for $15. Weaponized Boston Dynamics dogs. It wouldn't surprise me if micro-drones were a thing that the government uses to spy on people. They could be the size of houseflies, you would never know, and they would have no incentive to tell you. Drone swarms. Catgirls, they are keeping them safe from us. Time travel, and they just keep preventing WW3 without changing the course of human history too much to where they never actually invent time travel. Cloaking. Enlargement pills that actually works. 1. Weapons in space. Probably tactical hypersonic Ike bomb that they can launch at any target to strike in a matter of minutes. 2. Quantum computers that they are currently working on to make use of in the form of AI. It's a new arms race, basically. 3. The tech to give everyone affordable healthcare independent of employment. USA only. The rest of the first world already knows this. Ike about specifics of anything, but I'm pretty confident that anytime the dude announces some fancy new jet or whatever, they are giving us old news. There's already an even fancier, higher tech jet flying around they don't want us to know about yet.